My name is Sacinandana Swami. I'm friendly with Govardhan Gopal and also Malika Mala. Maybe you know, I think you know them as Govardhan Gopal. What is his good name? Yeah, Oleg Gadetsky and Mariana. Yes. I see them regularly when I come to Russia and when I come to Vrindavan. And it is very nice that you visited Krishna's temple today. I thought at the beginning of our session we will chant a little bit the mantra, the Hare Krishna mantra. And after that, I will say a little something to you, and then I thought we open the forum for question and answers. Now, before I start, I should ask, is it necessary that we have AC, or is it impossible to turn it off? Good. Thank you. I think I can play Mridanga. You know Mridanga?
I can play.
Good. Fine, that's better. Do you all know how to chant together in Kirtan? Oh, it's known to you. Fine. What is a good tune? You know, when we chant, it's good to sit straight. And it is very nice to become a little aware of the surroundings. Then we can slowly close our eyes. Grateful that we can be together. And just chant gently. So gently. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Prasad, may I just request you to come? When I did a program last time, I think that is good enough, maybe. When I did a program last time with Oleg Gadinsky and Mariana and Sanga, yes, I presented to them a concept called the Tree of Life. It was somewhere near the Black Sea, and there were about 600 people who had come together for a program of Psychology 3000. And I had also been invited to present a model from the Vedas called the Tree of Life. The Vedas say that our body is very much like a tree, and in the crown of the tree you find a special nest where there are two birds. One bird is busy to enjoy the fruits of the tree, and the other bird is not interested. If the first bird learns to turn to the second bird will take it to freedom. This is an analogy which says that in the tree of the body there is the heart, and inside the heart there's the soul, bird number one, and the Supreme Soul, Paramatma, bird number two. The normal person is engaged in enjoying the fruits of the tree of the material life, but a more enlightened person turns towards the Supreme Soul, the Lord in the heart, and as a result reaches freedom. So I was presenting this old example from the Upanishads, and then I explained in some detail more about the tree of life, something which I would like to present to you today. See, the human being needs to work in 4 dimensions of existence. Only when we work in these 4 rooms of our life, or these 4 dimensions of our life, can we be fully fulfilled. The first dimension is the spiritual dimension. The second dimension is the physical dimension. The third dimension is the emotional dimension. And the fourth dimension is the world of relationships, the dimensions of the social dimension. And they all need to be taken care of in the same way. They belong together. The perfect analogy is a tree. A tree has roots, it has a trunk and a bark, and it also has leaves which are situated in the crown of the tree. So our spiritual dimension relates to the roots. Our physical dimension, the way we stand in this world, relates to the trunk, and the emotions which protect us, hopefully, relate to the bark of the tree of life. And our relationships with other human beings, they relate to the crown of the tree of life. Now, if you look at the tree like this one, the leaves are connected with the trunk is connected with the root, and the roots again are connected with the crown of the tree. It's a holistic concept. It all belongs together. If you want, in other words, emotional well-being, you must take care of the roots of your life, the spiritual aspects of your life. You must also take care of the stem or the trunk of your life, and you must take care of your relationship. You follow? It all belongs together. It all helps each other. It all supplements each other. I have seen people who are very much talking about physical well-being. They become strong. Ooh, big muscles. But they remain insecure because they don't do anything for their spiritual well-being, and they also do not do anything for their well-being. I'm remembering 1.5 weeks ago, I met the German champion of bodybuilding. Do you know bodybuilding? And he explained to me how he has to take certain foods and how he has to make very difficult exercises which tear the muscles apart. And then when he comes to the competition, how he has to stand in a certain way. I cannot imitate. You will laugh about me. I do not know how he has to stand. He looked very well built. He had impressive muscles. But when he sat down at the table, he was very insecure about himself. Because he had only taken care of physical well-being, but not of spiritual well-being, not of emotional well-being, and not of, he had no friends, only people who like to take a photo next to him. So the tree of life is a very nice concept which helps people to avoid one-sided well-being. I've also met many social welfare workers who worked to help the poor and so on. And they were from morning till evening together with people whom they helped, but they felt something like a burnout because, again, they had neglected their roots, they had neglected the trunk, they were only good in the crown of the tree of life. In this way, we can see that people who are only taking care one side of their existence, they suffer because just like a tree needs to be helping all the 4 areas in order to give good fruits, you as a human being need to be well established and strong in all the 4 areas of the tree of life. The physical, the spiritual, the physical, the emotional, and the social. And this is what I explained when I was at the Black Sea in how do you say, in Russia with Psychology 3000. I would like to suggest to to you now a simple program which can take care of your well-being. Would you be interested? Let us start with the beginning of the tree of life. What was the beginning of the tree of life? The roots. What does this correspond to? Spiritual well-being. Thank you. You understand very nicely. That is always what a teacher wants. Good students who listen. So, your spiritual life is obviously the most important. When the soul is in the body has life. When the soul leaves the body is without life and dead. So we must really take utmost care and utmost attention that the roots of the tree of life are well taken care of. How to do this? I would like to suggest a very simple spiritual program which you can do each morning. You can, before you go to work or do things, you can learn how to connect with your soul by either chanting mantras, by meditating, and by reading spiritual scripture each morning. That is very good. I did this morning. Today I had a lot to do, and I still have to go and drive for 4 hours to one part of America where my next program is with 150 people. But this morning I first woke up and I did my root program, my spiritual program. I encourage you to learn appropriate spiritual program which is good for you, which has some meditation in it and some inspirational reading. And I encourage you to learn this maybe by coming to and see what they offer here at the Bhakti Center. I think such programs are offered to you. Then the physical dimension. What I did this morning is I did some simple exercises, some strength building exercises, and then I did some yoga exercise. For the strength building exercises, I did some Pilates training, and for the yoga exercise, flexibility exercise, I did the Surya Namaskar, the sun greeting. Then, for the emotional well-being, what I did today is I had a very good meeting with a person who's very dear to me, and we spoke confidentially, something within the heart, from heart to heart, and that made a very interesting emotional bond. It is very interesting. The good emotions, your good emotions come when you have another person with whom you exchange something confidentially. The emotional I seems to grow always together with an emotional you. Have you noticed that? When you are with a good friend and you need a heart-to-heart conversation, then you realize something more about you, the finer aspects about you, the things which were hidden before and which become clear. So I had something for the emotional well-being, and then the social well-being. I went to the temple and gave a lecture and an ancient ceremony, an initiation ceremony, and I was together with the people. So my day today is successful because my tree of life is well taken care of. Only I'm seeing there's one area which I need to take care a little bit more. My physical well-being program was a little short. So when I come to the tree, when I come to Gita Nagari, I will take care of, I will walk a little bit. Half an hour, 45 minutes, I will walk and breathe after my journey. And also I will stop with the car. I mean, someone brings me there and we will stop, and from time to time we will walk. See, the tree of life gives you a very interesting checklist. That is what I want to say. You can, when you feel something is not alright, you can do a root check. How are my roots? How is my spiritual well-being? Did my meditation go deep enough today? Was I able to establish a higher connection with God? I can also do, when I'm not feeling well, I can do a trunk check. Did I sleep enough? Oh, very important question. Or maybe I'm hungry, I should eat a little. Trunk check. I can also see how are my emotions. Am I centered? I can make an emotional check. And I can make a social check. Was I kind to others? Did I have a very good thing? You know, today I will speak from my experience. What helped my emotion the most was I was going from one part of New York, just around the corner, and I saw a homeless person. He was sitting in a wheelchair. You could see maybe the last time he took a shower was 50,000 years ago. And he was there in the chair and in the wheelchair, and I could see he needed some encouragement. So I took my garland and put it around him, and he looked like a little child, beaming with pleasure. It was good for his emotion, good for my emotion. So this, when you leave this Bhakti Center, I request you to take with you a tree, your own tree of life. And I request that you do not leave it with a theoretical lecture. You have to see, do I need something from the trunk of my tree of life? Oh, okay, maybe I go to Central Park and I run around a little or walk a little. Maybe I should take care of the social level. Maybe I should phone my people in Russia and say, New York, harasho. Bhakti, harasho. So I should maybe explain something like this. But I must again come to the beginning of my little presentation. Why is it important to have physical well-being? Why is it important to have social well-being? Why is it important to have spiritual well-being? The reason is that each one of us is a soul who is placed within the world in a certain body, which is like a vehicle. We should offer our Gospodin, gentlemen, a little something to drink. Then it's easier. Maybe some good. Please take this. It's real. Or water is better. We should. water is nice. It helps. We are the tree of, we are talking of the tree of life. So it has to be practical. It's not theoretical. Our gentleman is a little tired, so that means the body is not well taken care of. Must get a little more time. This is very practical. I'm demonstrating to you what the tree of life means. It's not a theoretical concept. It is something very, very practical, and it works immediately. Look, you are brilliant now. Why do we take care of the body? Why do we take care of our emotions? Why do we take care of the social dimension? What is the reason? What is the why behind it? My dear people, listen very carefully. The body and the mind are vehicles with which you can attain self-realization. And just like you take care of a car because you want to go somewhere, you take care of the body and mind, or the physical and the emotional dimensions of your life, because you need to go somewhere. You need to realize the eternal soul and learn to turn to the Supreme Soul, Paramatma, the Lord of the heart. Only then you are satisfied. And if your body and your mind pains, or if you are distracted all the time, then it will be very difficult to attain the human form, the benefit of the human form of life. You must be careful. You must take care of your car and everything which is given, so that you reach the wonderful, wonderful level of self-realization. That is what I wanted to say today to you. Please let me check now, make a little check. What are the four dimensions of our existence in this world? Spiritual, body, physical, emotional, social, yes. And you should, for complete well-being, you must, the best cook in the universe, you must see that these things are well taken care of, so that you can make the journey of self-realization a complete success. Therefore, every day, do a root check, do a trunk check, do a bark check, and do a social, a crown check, crown of the tree of body. And you will see how your life will go very swiftly, how you will be very fulfilled, and how you will become contributing members of society instead of lamenting members of society. Is this all right?
Yes.
Will you do it?
Yes.
Oh! Thank you, thank you. I will be going this year on a sacred pilgrimage, and I will see your two mentors. You have to forgive me, I'm not so good at the Russian language. I know Harasho and Kanishto. Kanishna. Huh? Yes, oh, very difficult to say. And I very much appreciate the people there who have they are like Pushkin said, fires in a frozen well. That's how he described the Russian mentality. Inside, very alive. Fires in in a frozen well. No, one has to learn. I have learned. Хорошо. Do you have any questions which you would like to ask? Either on the tree of life or on any other subject which is on your mind. Please.
I have a question about making decisions. So I know that if those two birds in the heart of person already know how to talk, or that one bird is also establish connection with the Paramatma,
Yes.
then it's easy to make decision. You know what is right. But when it's not that well established yet, and you face some difficulties in life, or just you need to take some action, make decision, then what would be maybe some tip how to understand that you make right decision? Or also, if you make the decision based on your intelligence of heart instead of your mind and sense.
Yeah. I would like to give you a simple and spiritual way how to make decisions. The first rule, it is given in Mahabharata, is you study the options which you know of, and you think every option to the end. What will happen when I make this decision? You know, it will lead to this reaction, it will lead to this, it will bring this. And as far as the intelligence is concerned, consider it to the end. For instance, the decision, I'll give a very simple example. Let me start a simple exercise program. Okay, what will be the situation with my body in 1 month? What will be the situation with my body in 2 months, in a year or so? Then you say, exercise, it takes half an hour, or 20 minutes, or 50 minutes, that's too much. Then think, what will be the situation down the road if I don't make any exercises? Or if I make exercise only once a year, for instance. And this thinking to the end is a very, very good way to come to decisions. And relationships also. If I make this decision in a relationship, what will be the consequences down the road? That is a good way to do. So then you have gone through all the different options, and you have gone each option to the end. Very important. To the end, into the future. Then don't decide anything. Go to bed with a prayer and say, my Lord, please, if you want, give me some clarity in my mind what should be best. It works miracles. Because the Paramatma will speak to you mostly at a time when your mind is not active with your own plans. And that happens when you sleep. So therefore, before you go to bed, and you know, well, here are the different options, and as far as my intelligence go, I should go with option number B. Option B. But don't decide anything as of yet. Let one night pass in which you have started with a prayer, and very often you wake up and you say, this is the way I should go. And then only go forward with the decision if your conscience says, go forward. So 3 steps. Think the different options to the end. Second, don't decide if it's an important decision. Just go into the bed with this question of this prayer. What is the best way? And third step is only when your conscience says to you, do this, then go with it. And then live with sometimes decision. See, every decision, sometimes there are obstacles to be overcome. Sometimes things are not always so smooth. But if you have done the 3 steps and you have come to a decision, you can live with the decision, even if obstacles should show their face. That's how I also do my decisions. I've just done a very difficult decision, just come to it by this method. Yesterday I made a very difficult decision, and I'm very happy with it. It feels very adventurous even, because I know, but I'm not afraid because I know there's support. Yes, who else has a question? Please.
Hi, Maharaj. Thank you for being here. I have a question about the body. It is right to take care of that part of the body. We need to take care of the body.
Yeah.
However, some people are already sick that are around us. I have a brother that is completely paralyzed.
Oh yeah.
He has a very rare disease called Lou Gehrig's disease. And me as a devotee feel kind of like helpless I don't know what to do for him. The best and I can think of doing for him is to give him some links to ISKCON sites that he can see in the computer, so maybe he can see and hear classes about the mantra and about ISKCON classes. He was very enlightened to know about that, and he has that option. But in general, is there something that me as a devotee can do when I see somebody that is not well, that cannot move, somebody that is in pain? What can be my role as a devotee to help out? My body is okay, but others' bodies might not be okay.
For a spiritual person, maybe one of the most important qualities to develop in relationship to others is compassion. You need to understand what he goes through. Maybe another word which is as important is empathy. You need to walk in his shoes a little bit. And then from that position you know how to best help them. It's something which comes to you. The Red Indians or Native Americans have a saying, if you want to know me, walk one day in my moccasins. Go to the same places which I go. Go to the same people with whom I speak and whom I meet. And then you can understand and you get some good ideas. But without this empathy and the spirit of compassion, you will give prescriptive help, and that may sometimes work and sometimes it may not work. Chaitanya, you are a devotee. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave his devotees 3 principles, only 3. Nama Ruchi, they should develop taste in their spiritual practice of chanting the holy name, Nama Ruchi. They should serve others who are on the path, and they should have compassion for those living entities who are not on the path, but who are everyone, even the birds in the trees. And with that, somehow you are at the right frequency, and you will know what to do. Compassion is such a wonderful thing. It's almost like in the old radios, you would turn a knob and the dial would go to the frequency, and then you would receive a whole radio program. So when you live by these 3 principles, it's like coming to the right frequencies, and you hear the whole program. It is there. I have seen, for instance, many devotees of Krishna or many spiritual people who talk about preaching or helping others, but they don't have empathy and compassion for them. And then they come to people, and the knowledge transfer does not work. Empathy or compassion is a very important quality. We see this nowadays in Christianity. Christianity is forced to ask the question, was it good that we went to Argentina and Latin America and forced everyone to follow the Christian way? Most probably it was not good. We should have left them with their local traditions and so on. So this is an example of helping without compassion. It is, they don't see, you don't see what needs to be done. But if you have compassion, you will somehow, because it's a spiritual principle, you will be taught what to do. You will know what to do. Yes?
Perhaps to continue the topic of compassion, should we have a question? Should we pray for other people? And if so, what is the best way to do such people?
Yes, yes, yes. You should come to one of my compassion workshops. But what I do every Tuesday, I pray for the benefit of those who are close to me, those who have requested me that I pray for them, and I also pray for those who act in this life as antagonistic people. I do this, and I find that many good things happen in all of our lives. You enter a net of interconnectedness which is filled with the energy of well wishes. It's very good if you can make this a regular practice. There are prayers, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, which you can say, Sanskrit prayers. May others be happy. May others see the good. May they be free from disease. Like this, there are prayers. Or in the 5th canto of the Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful prayer of compassion. Sasyastu Vishvasya Kala Prasidata. May all those who are having ill feelings towards others be equipped with good feelings towards everyone. And you will see, the moment you enter a spirit of praying for others, of being truly compassionate, your whole life changes somehow. It's a very good practice. Please do it. Yes. I can take one more question. I think I saw. No, good. Yes, I think I saw. Yes, please.
Quick one.
Yes.
So these workshops, are they online or where?
Oh yeah, you are. See,
Or in New York?
very, very soon they will be online. I'm just finishing a live school where these workshops are offered. And I'm also hoping that I will be able to come more often to New York and then offer such. It's best to offer them live, because then there is live transactions and good realizations. Yeah. My dear people, it was a pleasure to meet you. We were foreigners when I came in the room, and now we know each other a little bit better by this wonderful interaction. We sang together, we discussed spiritual subjects together. I invite you to come again and again to this wonderful educational cultural center, Bhakti Center. And if you have an opportunity, please visit with the two names. I know them by their spiritual names. Oleg Gdansky, Gdansky, and I will see them this year. They always come to India with a group of pilgrims. That's an interesting program for you also. Pilgrimage, to sacred India. And we will. I hope I see you together. I wish that Krishna blesses you in many aspects of your life. And Hare Krishna.